And we thought Americans wouldn't know who Robbie Williams was. Imagine if they got a load of Danny Dyer.
Right.
What's the time, babe?
It's just coming up to you're an absolute cunt o'clock.
I honestly expected, because in recent years it really looks like Danny Dyer has rejected the idea somewhat that he is the ultimate British geezer thug type. I honestly expected this to kind of make fun of that lifestyle over endorsing it, be funnier, and not need to say the word cunt so many times that it could give some church-fearing American a heart attack. That is, if there was ever a chance of this making a single dollar in America. Marching Powder stars Danny Dyer as a man arrested for drugs and fighting at football, which is all he does despite having a kid and a beautiful wife. He just kind of drinks and hangs out with his mates and gets into fights where people actually get knifed, seemingly frequently. Now, there are an awful lot of people who are like this. The British lad culture around football and stuff, it's wide, it's one of the most horrifying things in the known universe, and people kind of would look at those guys, especially once they reach their 40s or 50s in this case, and go, they're unredeemable. And this film pretty much proves that that is correct. Dear God, I mean, this is like if Trainspotting had starred Danny Dyer, pretty much. Yeah, no, just watch him wonder as a judge gives this guy a chance and 6 weeks to prove that he's not a complete shithead. And then he spends most of that time either A, getting in trouble for being a shithead, just still a massive shithead, or B, getting in trouble for, like, trying to do good things but then still being a shithead about it. And all the time just ignoring his kid and wife in the most awful ways that just make you go, yeah. Even because even once he's not being a massive cunt, he's still being like one of those like middle-aged traditional men of that age kind of assholes to his wife and child. Yeah, I knew vaguely what I was getting going in. I saw the trailer, so I mean, I guess I can't complain that much. And yet, I was still kind of head in my hands by the end of the opening narration. When you've got that like calm narrator voice going, but unfortunately this absolute wank stain couldn't stop getting his rocks off on lots and lots of cocaine. It just... and it's not just me, because there were about 10 people in the cinema, that was it, when the film started, but 20 minutes in, that number had halved. There was a whole group of people that just kind of looked at each other after 10 minutes and went, and walked out. And then one other random guy just followed them a couple minutes later. And then, by about the halfway point, there was at least 2 different people snoring. Irritating, but it gave me something to do, honestly, you know, counting them, other than watching the same couple of scenes just repeated over and over, it felt like. The first time he's alone with his child in this film, the child gets shot at. And the second time, he gets super high on cocaine, leaves the child alone all night, and the mother comes back, the child's in an absolute state. And those are the only times he's alone with his child in this entire film. I know that football lad culture has taught women to expect little of their men and men to expect less of themselves, but this is the most ridiculous boomer male laziness indoctrination crap I've ever seen. It really is just trying to say, yeah, footy lads have done absolutely nothing with their lives, but you should be okay with that because they'll try just a little occasionally. Man, if you relate to this, Jesus Christ. Women, if you see any of your man in this character, run. As a character, he is unforgivable. The fact that so many people seem to want to help him stay out of jail despite all the shit he's done is just... ugh. Unwatchable, most of the scenes. The comedy is so one-dimensional, you can't even see it. Like, they just yell cunt 500 times, take every type of drug there is, and then name-drop Epstein, Weinstein, and Savile, all for pretty much the same joke. And most of the jokes and scenes are wash, rinse, repeat. Which is kind of ironic because I don't think most of the people involved in making this know how to shower. It seems like most of the people here are probably Elon Musk apologists. Yeah. I'm giving you can't just call everyone that has their life together or anything going on in their lives a cunt. 1 star. Seriously, I think I counted 3 transphobic jokes in the opening 10 minutes. Like, there's a difference between people who think you can't say anything these days and people who are funny.